To bounce back tonight, 2 changes. Naddy's suspended for being red carded. Michaela is out altogether. Elliot and Kisanavichus come into the starting lineup.
Yeah, 4-5-1. Hearts obviously looking to sit in and soak up pressure and do exactly what Scotland have done in Paris, and obviously Rangers away in Lyon. They'll be looking for that type of performance tonight. Sit in, soak it up, and hopefully score in the counter-attack.
Well, on the bench for Hearts is last season's top scorer, Andrej Velička. Chris Killen, perhaps a little fortunate to find himself on the bench, can come on if required for Celtic. Well, Scott Brown played in a quarter-final against Hearts last season. He was successful in that particular match. And a former teammate of him, Michael Stewart, went with him all the way to the final. Our referee this evening has taken charge of this competition's final twice. It's his birthday tomorrow, so it'll be nice to him. It's Kenny Clark. So last season was the first season in 10 years that both teams had scored in all 4 SPL meetings. Only one team got all the goals here back in August. Hearts have to try and redress that balance. Kisanavichus, an early touch. Palas coming forward. Scott Brown involved in the action. And out of play it goes. Gonçalves with the long throw. Hearts looking to pick up the second ball. Kisanavichus does precisely that. That's good play. Working his way through, tries to go for the byline. Little barge in the back, but nothing in it. The referee deciding that's just a goal kick.
Yeah, it's good positive play from Kisanavichus. He gets the ball, just bumps Brown out the way, drives into the box, gets a little bump. It's never a penalty, but good positive play and a good positive start from Hearts.
Wow, just a little nudge there from Gary Caldwell. Kisanavichus goes down.
Well, it's kind of laid back in his poor foot from Naylor, and it's a back volley from Boris, but they dealt with it.
Hearts coming forward again. Driver. Kisanavichus goes through. Well, that was decent defending, and I think the referee's going to book him for diving. He seemed to go down very, very easily, and the yellow card comes out. Kenny Clark was close. I thought the defender had done his job, Billy. I didn't see the point in the Hearts player going to the deck.
Yeah, you see he picks up here and rolls it in, tries to take them on. I wouldn't say it was a dive, and I don't think the first one was a dive. Kenny Clark was pointing to that as well. I think it's a little bit unlucky. It's not a penalty, but I wouldn't say it's a dive. A little bit, yeah, he's throwing himself when you see it there.
It is. Nielsen up onto Elliot. Driver. Naylor. He's almost omnipresent there, Lee Naylor. Driven away. Michael Stewart picks up. Elliot available again. On to Nielsen. Hearts have started exceptionally brightly. Stewart once more. Zaliukas took his eye off it. Kisanavichus. That's a delightful little ball. Palazuelos got in. Palazuelos got to the ball first. John Kennedy second. It's a free kick. And I can't remember being at a game at Celtic Park where Celtic have been out-dominated in the opening 7 minutes.
Well, the thing is that Hearts have got an extra man in the middle of the park, and Kisanavichus and Driver are both joining in. They're both joining in the attacks to join up Elliot. They do though there. They pass into Palazuelos and he's brought down. But again, it's good positive play, and they're finding their targets with their passes.
Boric will try and line his wall up carefully. Michael Stewart just wanders over. Andy Driver naturally left-footed. He would swing the ball away. Michael Stewart might fancy his chances. So Driver and Stewart. Celtic with 5 in the wall. McDonald's the man who split. Michael Stewart goes for goal. Boric with a little skip across his goal, realised very quickly it wasn't going on target.
They're joining in offensively but also defensively. As soon as they lose the ball, they're back in their shape, hard to beat.
Hartlick almost left that. Kennedy got into problems. Palazuelos, Ruben Palazuelos holds up, looks up, sees Gonçalves. Gonçalves into the box, Elliot can't get there. Kennedy was in. Here comes the Hearts captain, Christophe Berra. Berra goes for the top corner. Well, Christophe Berra has scored in this fixture already this season. The wrong way, though.
Picking up a lot of second ball, even the centre halves now, being positive, driving out, he picks it up, drives 10, 15 yards, explodes a shot, but he just can't keep it.
Callum Elliott, when your goalkeeper makes a mistake, as he did at the weekend, it does make the defence a little bit nervy.
They'll just take no chances. There was a pass back on, he just takes it to his right foot and boots it clear. As I say, no chances taken.
Good header from Vinegar to Hesselink. Better was there! Well, he scored once at Celtic Park this season. Believe me, he did not want to make it a double.
Yeah, it's a diagonal there. It finds Vinegar of Hesselink. He's always going to win his header. McDonald trying to get on it. Better takes the safe option, or so he thinks. Tries to knock it back to his goalkeeper. He's lucky his goalkeeper wasn't coming to claim the cross. A great cross. And there's a lot of pace on it, and they have to deal with it, and they do so with aplomb.
In terms of history, only one of the 4 quarter-finals in this competition between these sides have been settled in 90 minutes. So you might want to get a few extra snacks. We could be in for the long haul. Osweilos on to Stewart. Nice spin, trying to get away from Brown as well. The hand on the back, the free kick awarded. Kenny Clark right there. Up with play as ever, Kenny Clark.
Yeah, it's a clear foul. I think he's really enjoying the game tonight. Michael Stewart doing his defensive job, but also we've witnessed in the first 26 minutes, you know, he's slipped a couple of nice passes through as well, and he's found himself on the ball a lot.
So Michael Stewart again delivers. Cal is available. Good header, breaks down in the box. Cal once more fires it forward. Elliott was looking for it. And again, Celtic have to get the rear guards back. Vinegar of Hesselink to knock it away.
Well, it's Tal at the back post. He's causing trouble. Comes back to him, he wins the ball, knocks it over McGeady's head. I think defender there panicking, tries a left foot shot. Celtic eventually get it clear.
Robbie Nielsen with the long throw. And he go to Hesselink. As Navicius turns, the right-footed shot on his favoured side. As well, Tesser Boric. Well, Hearts have led at half-time 1-0 in both the matches in the CIS this season. I don't think they'll be too unhappy at the scoreline. Tal off to Nielsen. Nielsen swings the ball right to left. Kisanavicius. Kisanavicius just knocks the ball off Brown. Sliding in was better. Gonzalez, Brown snarling away at him. The referee might decide that is it. The half-time whistle goes. Scott Brown forcing a fine save from Anthony Basso in the closing stages of the half. It was neatly worked by Celtic. Hartley played it across. Scott Brown took the touch, tipping viciously. Anthony Basso was there when he had to be, but it has been a good first half for Hearts. They've played well. Half-time here at Celtic Park. Celtic 0, Hearts 0. Quarter-final stage. Kennedy forward wins it. The driver. Celtic keep it in. McGeady. Zaliukas on to McDonald. Brown's made a great run. It's fed to him. He had to check his stride. Plays it back. Scott McDonald. The feet of the goalkeeper save Hearts. Now Snow. Snow up against Gonçalves. Stewart tumbled himself in the midfield, just tripped, and then was in the right place to receive the ball. Palazuelos shot onto Elliott. That lone striker role could be so frustrating. Snow took his eye off the ball. Gonçalves won the ball. They want to Stewart, turns, Driver's made a good run, could go inside Paul Hartley. Andy Driver goes in there, first time he had to hit it under pressure from McManus. He rather screws the ball wide.
And that's all from Snow's mistake to nick in. What a great ball in behind the full-back. Hartley there, no chance of keeping up with Driver. Pity again, falls to his wrong foot, tries to get a strike. He's got to go across the goalkeeper there. One thing he must do, try and make the...
Boric plays it away. Brown picks up, infield it goes, on to Snow. Two players stumble, play on, says referee Kenny Clark. Maxwell emerges with the ball. There he comes McDonald. Also scored against Hearts for Motherwell, never for Celtic. Tries to set up the opportunity. And the back post was Chris Killen, and Anthony Basso was out there to meet the New Zealander.
Yeah, McDonald on the left-hand side, peels off, drifts a lovely ball to the back post, and Killen looks as if he's on it, but again Basso does enough.
Johnson in the midfield, Donati on the ground trying to get the ball back. Hearts are preparing a change. Stewart now steps up. That's a good ball. Palazuelos looks up. Elliott's made a decent run. Elliott trying to get away from Hartley. Paul Hartley, well, I think he knew what he had to do there. And Callum Elliott wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's the old good foul one, just brings him down. He's in a promising position, and kind of cat, I don't like to see players book, but being a little bit lenient. It was a decent position Hearts were in.
Well, what a cross that was from Scott McDonald. Good hand from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, people have questioned him so far since he's come to Scotland, but he's answering all the questions tonight. 3 or 4 vital saves.
Andreas Velička will replace Callum Elliott. Callum Elliott with 2 goals this season, both in the last round against Dunfermline, gives way to Andreas Velička. He's been out for the last 2. He's a strong, bustling striker. He immediately goes up to the edge of the box. Driver, left-footed, delivers deep. Ball headed behind. All the players claimed for it. It was clearly, from here, a corner.
Yeah, Caldwell matching the run with Berra. Eventually deals with it and just flicks it and goes for the corner.
Christoph Berra, the Hearts captain. And Michael Stewart goes out wide on that far side. Hearts first corner. A trio of players, Berra just behind. They make the runs. It's a towering kick deep. Berra can't get anywhere near it. Palazuelos onto Driver, lays it off well. Johnson tries to send it back onto Driver. And at least Driver forced the challenge to come across from Donati. That's all he could do. And Driver wanted to move quickly. And did so. A little stumble there by Kuzanavicius. Interesting there, Robbie Nielsen had shouted to Andy Driver to wait. He wanted the long throw. As Johnson concedes. Here comes McGeady. Celtic have men out wide. It's Caldwell. Snow is on the overlap. Snow's had a couple of great chances. Can he be the provider? Sets back onto McGeady. McGeady puts it back onto Snow. It's onside. Snow onto Caldwell. Caldwell into the box. Better with a yell and a shout. Back to Paul Hartley. He was closed down. And good play. Velička comes back to help out. Trying to link forward. Again, Hearts couldn't make anything of it. Johnson, he's just going to try and shepherd that out of play. Couldn't do so, but the push came from McDonald to win the ball. Now, depending on what side of the fence you stand on, you either think the forwards at fault or the defenders at fault.
What do you think I'm going to say then?
Well, I don't like seeing defenders do that, I must admit.
It's a bump him. It's a harsh one on McDonald. I think he does bump him, but what you expected to do as a forward, just let him put his body in the road and bump you out the way. He's trying his best there to hook a foot round. He does that. Yeah, there's a little bit of connection, but it's coming from the Hearts player also.
Being honest, I'd prefer to see the laws changed to say that you cannot do that. You must make an effort to play the ball, just shielding it. Well, it's difficult, but it does frustrate. McGeady, Rob, the ball just coming off his heels, his Hearts. Well, they've won once here in the League Cup in 1954. And the Driver, a long way have been out. Driver keeps going right on the line. Driver to Velička, 1-0! Andy Driver ran it down the line, and Andreas Velička lashes it into the net. And with just over 13 minutes to go on Halloween, Celtic 0, Hearts 1.
Brilliant from Driver, simple as that. Doesn't give up. Takes a lovely touch all the way down the line. I don't think it's out. It's right down the line. Great touch. Drives into the box. And what a pick out pass that is. And Velička just on. You know he can finish, and he certainly delivers. What a goal from Hearts.
Well, the assistant on the near side is Keith Sorby, who is right by the action. And Andreas Velička, a simply sumptuous finish. Well, initially I did think that was out. That's our corner. But Andy Driver cut the ball back, and this is the Hearts bench absolutely thrilled. Well, Hearts took a lead late into the match. against Dunfermline at Tynecastle, and Dunfermline found an equaliser, forcing Hearts into extra time. Arthur Boric, the Pole will lead the charge. 5 minutes to play. Better away from Killen. Kuznavicius. Well, it's one thing to try and play the ball in the corners, but he's got to do more than that, Billy.
Yeah, he has, but you know, defended so well. He's tired. He just clears it and waits for the next Celtic attack. But the back four tonight have been outstanding. We said it before the match, and they certainly have been.
Here comes Evander Snow. He's going that way again. The Celtic fans not happy. Kuznavicius taking on Brown, happy to lay it off. That's a lovely pass. Michael Stewart made himself available again. It's across to Velička. Velička taking on Kennedy. He goes for goal again! Well, if his first one was sumptuous, that is doubly sumptuous from Andrius Velička, and he fires Hearts into the semi-finals. And the crowd that have come through from Edinburgh, absolute joy.
It's just simply sublime. Kuznavicius on the left-hand side switches across. A great take by Velička. He moves out his feet, drags it to his right foot, and it absolutely explodes a shot right into the top corner. No chance for Arthur Boric.
Well, he's scored some great goals for Hearts in his time already, and Andrius Velička has 2 in this one. Out for the last 2, but he'd scored in his last 2 appearances. He nets a brace here. Celtic 0, Hearts 2, and it's all about Andrius Velička.
Yeah, it is. What a substitution that is. And, you know, Stephen Frail taking some of the blame the other day, but here, take some of the credit for that.
Well, there are fireworks going off outside Celtic Park, but tell you what, none of them will match the noise that Andrius Velička made when he thumped that home. And the Celtic fans, well, they've seen enough.
They've got the 2 wide midfielders forward to join him in with a lone striker without creating a lot, but you know, they've certainly played it well and won the game thoroughly.
The full-time whistle goes, and Andrius Velička joins John Robertson as a Hearts player who sent Celtic out in a quarter-final of the League Cup. John Robertson did it back in September '96. He scored at Tynecastle. 11 years later, Andrius Velička is the hero with a double coming off the bench. Kuznavicius played his part. Michael Stewart ran the midfield. He desperately wants to go back to the final and play. Anthony Basso, well, some questioned him. He did a couple of very important saves. And on his 3rd appearance for Hearts, he shakes hands with Arthur Boric. They will exchange jerseys, I'm sure. Stephen McManus, who's enjoyed success in this competition previously, will not be lifting the trophy this season. But Michael Stewart leads the thanks of all the Hearts players to the Hearts fans who've made the trip through here. There'll be many more in Edinburgh celebrating tonight. It was all about Andrius Velička. It was all about Hearts. And Hearts can celebrate. They will take their place in the semi-final of the CIS Insurance Cup for 2007-2008. Stephen Frail, well, he was sent off at the weekend. He leaves the field of play in a much happier state of mind tonight. Celtic have left the field of play. It's all about the visitors tonight, not their hosts. Michael Stewart and co have done it. It's finished here at Celtic Park. Celtic 0, Hearts 2.